Richard Torres Jr. defeats Guido Vianello via unanimous decision, and American heavyweight boxing is dead. In my opinion, they don't have an elite heavyweight as it stands right now. Until you never know, someone else might come about. But personally, I don't think Richard Torres Jr. is that guy. But he did get a unanimous decision win today, and that's the thing that matters. And to be fair to him, he has got an entertaining style as well. So yeah, look, it was a painful fight, especially for when it started. It did liven up a bit towards the end, though. But yeah, I do think it proved a lot that Richard Torres, I just don't think's that guy, if I'm being completely honest with you, to push on to be a world champ. I just don't think he just hasn't really got that aura about him in general. And I just don't think he's got the style to be a world champ. Entertaining style, but I don't think it's an elite fighting style that he's got. He is pretty relentless with his work, to be fair to him, Richard Torres Jr. But, I just feel like when he's up against the real elite competition, that's just not going to be it. And also, as well, I was surprised to see for Guido Vianello, his inside game's just not all that at all. I think for Guido Vianello, when he is fighting a taller opponent like Arslan Bekmambetov, his game plan is decent. But when he's fighting an actual other inside fighter who's smaller than him and is, relentless and pushes him back, he's pretty useless on the inside, Guido Vianello. And I do think Vianello's a good fighter. He's got good hand speed. He is quick and he's got good footwork. But it just wasn't it tonight. There was too much holding from him in the early stages. But there are loads of Americans also acting like Richard Torres Jr. wasn't instigating any clinches. Richard Torres Jr. was holding here and there. But look, round 8, Richard Torres Jr. landed the best shot of the fight, badly hurt Guido Vianello, kind of, really stunned Guido Vianello in that round. But Vianello was able to hang in there, another bit of clinching from him. But yeah, Torres was able to back him up against the ropes, land some good shots to the body, land some good overhands, mixed it up nicely, I think Richard Torres Jr. did. And he kept on coming forward. He was frustrating for Guido Vianello. Vianello couldn't really keep him off him. Vianello couldn't get full extension in his punches. Guido Vianello didn't get the jab going as ideally as he probably would have wanted to. And yeah, Torres is good at shutting down that gap. He's, a smaller heavyweight type-wise. And he's good at being able to use that to his advantage. He's good at being able to, shut down that range, come forward, and land the shots that he wants to. Vianello made him walk onto one here and there a few times in the mid-rounds, but no, it was sloppy from Vianello. He should have done enough. He should have got on his footwork more. He should have tried to create more space for himself. Probably should have got that check hook going a bit more, because when he did, it was all right when he got that check hook going, but he just didn't do it enough. He didn't create space enough in there. He didn't keep away from Richard Torres Jr., but that is because Richard Torres Jr., he is the tank in there, to be honest with you. He keeps on coming forward and he has got, good power in his hands, but I don't think it's elite power that Richard Torres Jr. has got, though. That is the thing. But yeah, for Guido Vianello, I feel like, he didn't double up the jab enough. And again, as I said, he's got good hand speed. But I think Richard Torres Jr. was good at being able to take that away from Guido Vianello tonight in that fight. He was good at being able to take the hand speed of Guido Vianello away from him, as, he didn't let him get extension in his punches, and just not letting him throw at all. I mean, Torres Jr. knew that at the moment they got on the inside, Vianello would probably start to clinch him anyway the whole bloody time. The moment Torres tried to get going to the body, I mean, Vianello just didn't like the work from Richard Torres Jr. at all. Didn't want to get exchanging with him in the pocket whatsoever. And, to be fair, it might have been part of the game plan from Guido Vianello, just clinch a lot. But I just don't think Vianello was good enough at being able to even try to use his height and his reach to his advantage there and try and get his hand speed going. I just don't think Guido Vianello was able to do that enough in that fight. He had a point deduction in that second round, and I feel like it was a bit demoralizing for Guido Vianello as well. It might have been a bit harsh early on, but the amount of bloody clinching and all he was bloody doing, trying to make it messy, trying to make it dirty. It was frustrating to see. It was very frustrating to see. It was a very messy fight, very scrappy fight, a bit boring here and there as well, especially early on in mid-rounds. But it got a bit better late on, though, which was better to see because Richard Torres Jr. was good at being able to make it more of a fight. The styles just simply didn't gel. The styles just simply did not gel there. But yeah, look, Torres Jr. is very much the rightful winner there, going up to 13-0. And yeah, I am glad he won the fight. I do think it is best in general that he did win, but I think I feel like Guido Vianello does have a style that can be entertaining. I just don't think Guido Vianello uses his attributes right. I mean, he has got some all right power and stance. We've seen it in the past. He has got good speed. He has got good footwork. But the IQ of Guido Vianello just simply isn't there. And I feel like that is something that has affected him, and it's something that affected him in this fight. He just doesn't have any sort of boxing IQ whatsoever. And, you know, Richard Torres Jr. is good at coming forward and trying to work from all kinds of angles and throws punches from all kinds of angles. And it makes it awkward because he comes at you, he comes at you from awkward angles. And Guido Vianello just hated it. He couldn't stand it, to be honest with you. So, yeah, that's why it was just boring, because Guido Vianello just couldn't be asked to engage. He was a bit scared to engage with Torres because, it showed in the 8th round he was scared of getting caught bad. And I don't think he trusts his chin too much either, Guido Vianello. And I feel like that's a big thing. But yeah, so far for Richard Torres Jr., this is probably his best win of his career. Let's see what is next for him. I don't know. But, I mean, if we look at the heavyweight division, what fights would make most sense for him? Could we see an Anderson fight for him at this point? I don't know. Jalalov, does he want to take that risk? They'll be interesting. They'll be interesting to see. But yeah, anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll speak to you all in the next one.